Okay, so this is the last part of our yung three-part series ng lesson natin in the electronic structure of the atom. So let us discuss the quantum numbers. What are quantum numbers? So quantum numbers is a value that is used when describing the energy levels available to atoms and molecules. An electron in an atom or ion has four quantum numbers or four sets of quantum numbers to describe its state and yield solution to the Schrodinger wave equation for the hydrogen atom. So this quantum numbers, we have four sets of quantum numbers. Each electron in a given element, kung 3 yung electrons niya, like for example, in lithium atom, we have 3 electrons. Each electron in lithium has 4 sets of quantum numbers. So that is 4 times 3. So yun ganun kadami yung kanyang sets ng quantum numbers. So let us discuss what are those 4 quantum numbers. Okay? So the first quantum number is the principal quantum number, and that is your n value. Okay, so the principal quantum number, or the n, the first quantum number, illustrates the distance of the electron from the nucleus. It can be any positive integer. Example is n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you're going to recall our lesson, with regards to the last sub-level configuration, makikita niyo yung n value doon sa period number, and that is the mean energy level of that particular element. Okay? Next. So since we're discussing the distance of the electron from the nucleus, so this is how you illustrate the principal quantum number. Ano yung distance ng electron cloud niya from the nucleus of that particular atom. A. The next quantum number is the angular momentum, or the azimuthal quantum number. That is the small letter L. Designate the shape of the volume of electrons that it occupies in space or orbital. Okay. So this is our orbital or sublevel. We have 4. That is the SPDF, and we have the L value, or the angular momentum value, starting from 0, 1, 2, and 3. Since the angular momentum quantum number describes the shape, so in the s orbital, the shape or the orientation of that particular electron found in the s sublevel is spherical. So yung takbo ng electron niya is spherical, the shape of the orbital is spherical, and then in the p orbital is dumbbell, and then d orbital is the four-leaf clover, and then followed by the f is it's too complex to describe. I have here the orientation of the s orbital. So since spherical ang shape ng orientation in space, so ganyan siya, bilog. Okay, followed by the p orbital, yan yung dumbbell, yan yung electron cloud niya. And then the d orbital, this is the four-leaf clover. Okay, so you can imagine kung paano na yung F. So, patong-patong na yung mga lobe nun. Kaya yung electron cloud niya dun sa kanyang orientation. So, the important thing when assigning the angular momentum quantum number is this one, the L value. So, for S orbital, we have 0, and then P is 1, D is 2, and then F is 3. Since we're talking about numbers, so numbers ang kukunin natin. Okay, not the description, which is spherical, dumbbell, and then 4D clover. We only need this number. Okay, the values. These are the value. So, madaling tandaan, 0, 1, 2, 3, S, P, D, F. Okay? Next. So, the third type of quantum number is the magnetic quantum number, or the M sub L. It indicates the orientation of the atomic orbital in space. We already discussed the orbital diagram in our previous lesson, so you're going to apply your knowledge in identifying the third set of quantum number, or third type of quantum number, using the atomic orbital or the orbital diagram representation. So in the s orbital, we have one box, and the value of these 2 electrons found in the s orbital is 0. Okay? Yung dalawang yan is 0 ang value. In the p orbital, we have here 3 boxes na meron kayong 6 electron kung completely filled. Okay, meron din yung M sub L value with negative 1, 0, and then positive 1. So itong part na to ng orbital, lahat ng dalawang electron na yan, negative 1 ang value. Yung nanditong part, ang value niya, 0. Yung nanditong part na electron, ang value niya is positive 1. Okay. In the d orbital, we have 5 boxes. If those 5 d orbitals are completely filled, ganito yung itsura niya. So the M sub L value is negative 2, negative 1, 0, positive 1, and positive 2. So dito sa part na to, negative 2 ang value ng dalawang electrons. Dito ang value ng dalawang electrons is negative 1. Pagdating sa gitna is 0. This is positive 1. Itong dalawang to, positive 1. And then this 2 is also positive 2. And then last is the F orbital. F orbital has 7 boxes, which represent the 14 electron pairs. So if that particular orbital is completely filled, ganito yung itsura, with the M sub L value of negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, positive 1, positive 2, and then positive 3. So kung ano yung katapat nila, ng mga electron na yan, dun sa orbital, yun yung value ng quantum number na katumbas nun. Okay? And then the last quantum number is the spin quantum number or the M sub S. Okay? So the M sub S has 2 values, which is positive 1/2 or negative 1/2. Okay, yung orientation ng electron ang titignan natin dito. The orientation of electron pair in each orbital represents the arrow pataas and then the arrow pababa kung tatawagin natin, di ba? So yung pataas na arrow, the M sub S value is positive 1/2 and then yung arrow pababa is negative 1/2. Okay? So ito yung mga arrow representing electrons in the orbital diagram, yung sa loob ng mga boxes. Okay? So yun yan ha. Depende dun sa orientation. Lahat ng arrow pataas, it's positive 1/2 and then yung pababa is negative 1/2. That is the value of the spin quantum number of that particular electron. Okay, let us complete this data table. Okay, note, each electron, bawat isang electron, mayroong 4 sets of quantum numbers. You have to remember that. 4 lagi. So, kung ang laman ng ang number of electrons ng calcium is 20, okay, you will multiply that 4. So, ganun kadami yung sets ng quantum number. Since napakadami nun, ang gagamitin lang natin, we have to complete this data table. So, complete the data table, then give the 4 possible sets of quantum number for the last entering electron. So, isa lang ang lalagyan natin, yung last entering. Okay? So, we have here 3 elements. So, namely, nitrogen, iron, and strontium. So, the atomic number or number of electrons of nitrogen is 7, iron is 26, and then 38 ang strontium. Okay. So, the last sub-level configuration, we already discussed the sub-level configuration. Dito nyo siya gagamitin. Okay? So, for neon, the last sub-level configuration is 2p3, and then iron is 3d6, and then strontium is 5s2. Okay. Nilagay ko lang dito is last sub-level configuration, pero there are some activities. I don't know if dun sa module ninyo, you need to write the complete electron configuration. Pero since ang ikukunin nyo lang na quantum number is the last entering, so nandoon yung last entering electron sa last sub-level configuration. So nasa dulo yan. So doon sa representation ng data table ko, yun na lang ang nilagay ko, yung last. Hindi ko na nilagay yung complete electron configuration of this 3 particular element para hindi na ganang mahirapan. Pero the important thing is you know the concept where to find the last entering electron, and that is the last sub-level configuration. Nandito siya sa 2p3. And then you're going to represent the orbital diagram of the LSC. Since this is p orbital, kaya meron kayong 3 box, d orbital meron kayong 5, and then sa s meron kayong isang na orbital diagram. So yung 2p3, okay, okay, so yung 2p3, you're going to distribute that dun sa orbital diagram ninyo ng LSC. So 3, singly first 1, 2, 3, and then assign values. And then sa 3D6, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the D orbital with 5 boxes, and then you assign values para madali. Okay? And then sa S, isa lang. So, alagay nyo lang dito is 0 with 2 electrons. Okay, how to identify ngayon yung N, L, M sub L, and M sub S? Okay, in the N value, okay, titingnan nyo dito to, yung 1S1. So, 1 represents the principal quantum number. This is your N value. Kung ano yung nakalagay dito, yung energy level, yung period number, that is the first quantum number or the principal quantum number. Okay, yung S, yung S1, the S is the angular momentum quantum number or the azimuthal quantum number. That is your L. Ito yun. Okay, yung representation ng inyong orbital diagram, and then followed by yung exponent. This is the number of electrons in the orbital or sublevel. It also represents the valence electron of that particular element. Okay, so let us assign the N value for these 3 elements. So your N, so ito yung map natin. So ito yung principal quantum. N is the principal quantum number. So, dito siya, kung titignan nyo siya, nasa 2. Kaya ang N niya, 2. Dito, 3. Dito, sa strontium is 5. Okay? Gets? Okay. Next. Pagdating naman sa L value, so yung sa L value ninyo, yan yung SPDF. That is a 0, 1, 2, 3. So, di ba madaling i-remember yun? I remind you na you need to memorize the L value. Madali lang naman kung SPDF, 0, 1, 2, 3. So, this is P. So, that is 1. Okay, the L value is 1. Sa D, 0, 1, 2, 3. S, P, D, F. S, 1. S is 0. P is 1. And then D is 2. Pagdating sa S, S is 0. Kung nalilito kayo, just go back doon sa data table na lang. Okay? Then M sub L, yung M sub L, ito na siya. Dito nyo malalaman yon. Paano malalaman yung value? So, since we're talking about, we're giving the 4 sets of quantum number for the last entering electron. So, ito lang yung titignan ninyo. So, ang last entering electron nyo, nandito sa part ng p orbital na to, na orbital diagram. And that is positive 1. And then the orientation is pataas, your M sub S is positive 2. Di ba pag pataas, yung sa spin quantum number, kapag ang orientation ng arrow is pataas, the value is positive 2. Okay. Followed by iron. Okay. So the last entering electron, yung last, yung pang 6, dun sa 3D6 ay nandito. So ang value na is negative 2. And then the orientation of that particular electron, yung spin niya is arrow down ng representation, and that is negative 1/2. Okay? Pagdating naman sa strontium, last entering, ito. Okay? So, nasa 0. Wala namang ibang value. So, 0 yung dalawang electron. 0. So, the orientation is, the spin is, the arrow is going downward. So, the value is negative 1/2. Okay? So, that is how to assign the 4 sets of quantum numbers. Okay. So if you have any question, you just simply call or text me or leave your question in the comment box below. Okay, thank you.